Shalom, all praises to Yahweh by Shimei Shaib, Shimruk HaKadosh. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Best salutations to the hopeful elect. As you probably see in the title of this video, this lesson, and obviously got to put disclaimer out there. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not promoting any crazy shit or anything to do with dealing with, so-called, quote-unquote, underage women, where it's contrary to the laws of the land of where you may live. Abide by the laws of the land, the best way possible, as much as possible, should I say. I ain't promoting no relations with underage, so-called underage girls, man. But nevertheless, I gotta read the scriptures and read it truthfully, man. And we stand by the men of Great Millstone. We stand by the truth of the scriptures, man. It is what it is. We ain't scared to share it, man. Unlike these other people, or what should I say, sensitive people. And if you're watching this video, I'm gonna put it in the title. You must be mature to watch this video. You gotta be mature, because if you're emotional, you ain't gonna understand. You ain't gonna understand, man. If you're too westernized, if you can't separate your thoughts, or should I say, if you can't separate your emotions, then you ain't ready for, a video like this, a basic video like this, which tests your maturity. But anyways, let me get straight into it. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 12. I got to mention this. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. Yeah, all things, the law is good, is just, is holy. And there is things that we can do according to the law, but also not all things are expedient, is not profitable, especially in the time we live in. We can't execute everything that's in the Bible, because we're under captivity, we're in slavery. The world is owned by Esau, the so-called white man, the devil, right? If you do certain things according to the law, for example, putting a woman to death if she committed adultery against her husband, which is lawful, it's not expedient in the time and environment and society we live in. In fact, you'll be put into prison and you will be seen as the enemy when you're executing something that's righteous. Do you know what I'm saying? So leave things to the Lord. You got to put a disclaimer out there. Leave things to the Lord. The Lord will handle it. All you got to do is preach, teach, pray. If you got to put a curse on someone, okay, cool. But, please, Babu Kishar, follow the laws of the land, the best way possible, as much as possible. But that doesn't mean we are going to pussyfoot, be scared of talking the truth, sugarcoat, or be sellouts. Nah, we don't participate in, or coon, nah, or be emotional, effeminate, westernized punks. Nah, we ain't that. We stand by the scripture, and we stand by Yahweh, Yahushai, thus saith the Lord. So that's the disclaimer right there, right? So I'm probably just gonna bang one scripture, on this topic. If the Spirit brings out another scripture, I may. So anyways, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 36. But if a man think that he behaveth himself uncomely towards his virgin, his lady, his woman, which is actually a young woman of marriageable age. I'm going to go into the word and click on it. If she pass the flower of her age, and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not. He's not committing a sin. Let them marry. Let them have sex. If you watch the previous video that I put up, Rebecca and Isaac, Isaac took Rebecca to his mum's tent, the chamber. They did what they did, had sex, and she became his wife. Slack if I'm getting the names mixed up. But anyways, yeah, so let's go into it. But if a man think that he behaveth himself uncomely towards his virgin, so let's go into virgin. Like I said before, you gotta be mature to stomach this, because people are being raised in society, you know, in a westernized Edomite way. And to be honest, Edomites are doing things you probably won't believe, you know. A lot of disgusting things behind closed doors. Yeah, sorry, virgin. So this is the virgin in the Greek. Parthenos, virgin. And 1a says a marriageable maiden. Notice it didn't say anything specifically about sex. See, that's why you gotta go into the words and the languages, because in English you have the word virgin, right? But there's different definitions of the word virgin, even though it's one word. See, but with other languages, especially the earlier languages like Hebrew, you know, words are specific to its definition. While English, you might have one word, but there's like 20 definitions. But anyways, then B, it says a woman who has never had sexual intercourse with a man. So you see, there's marriageable maiden, a woman of age, you know, a young woman of age that's able to be married. They didn't say anything about sex, because she may have had sex, may have not had sex, you know, but it's not referring to anything sexual. But the second definition, B, 1b, says is relating to sex, intercourse. One's marriageable daughter. C, a man who has abstained from all uncleanness and whoredom, attendant on idolatry, and also has kept his chastity. You see, that's a virgin as well. Someone who's disciplined, you know. And one who has never had intercourse with women. You see, so there's definitions there. Yeah, maiden. A maiden is a young lady, a young woman. So the next one I want to deal with, it says, if she passed the flower of her age. And it says, hyper akamos. Hyper is like over, I believe. You know, hyper is over, super, you know. Or more, referring to more or beyond. But it says it there. Beyond the bloom of prime of life, overripe, you know, like a fruit. You know, it's ready to be plucked or to be eaten, plump and ripe, and so in a greater danger of defilement of a virgin. Past the flower of one's age, beyond the acme, I might need to look that up. Frequency of a door, past the bloom prime of youth, past the flower of age, right? So I ask you the question: when is the flower? Well, this is referring to a woman being able to have children. So I ask you, when does a girl become a woman? Yeah? A lot of you are probably thinking, well, 16, 18, because you're talking in a perspective, not in biology or in the scriptures or nature. You're talking in a standpoint of social engineering, westernized thinking, you know, westernized laws. That's why you're saying these numbers, these, you know, oh, she's an adult when she's 18, and you see, that's how you think. But nature is the nature, biology and scriptures is about facts. See, not about opinions. Nature and the scriptures, the laws, the Lord, the Most High, and everything He created is about facts. It's not about your opinion. So yeah, so I pose that question to you. And when is she able to have children? Because when she's able to have children, then that means she's a woman. She's of age. You know? Disclaimer again, I'm not promoting that you go and deal with a so-called quote-unquote underage woman or girl according to the laws of the land that you may live. I'm not telling you to deal with them. I'm just telling you the truth of the scriptures, the laws, and nature, biology. Yeah. So I wrote in, when do women start having babies? Technically, women can get pregnant and bear children from puberty. What's puberty? The growth, the transition, the change of being a kidulthood, going to point A to point B, going towards an adult. Yeah, these are things that you probably learned in school, sex education, man. This is reality. This is biology. This is nature. Yeah, technically, women can get pregnant and bear children from puberty when they start getting their menstrual period. They start bleeding. To menopause when they stop getting it. So women go through a pause, a start and a finish. Yeah? The average woman's reproductive years are between ages 12 and 51. So girls become women at the age in their early teens. That's the reality. Has it got anything to do with my opinion, how I feel, or what I think, or what you feel and what you think? No. This is a study proving facts of biology and nature and how the Most High made it. Now, if it was off, right? If it was wrong, if it was bad, if it was against the law, then wouldn't the Lord have made it where women will only experience this change maybe at the age of 20? You see? Or the age of 18. Then the laws of the land would make sense, because woman's productive reproductive system and puberty starts from the age of 18. If it was so, I'm just making an example, but it's not so. As you see right there, it says from the age of 12. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. What it is. So all you emotional people, all you emotional people are not really intellects. You're not really truth speakers. Yeah, and you can't handle conversations like this. With Mary and Joseph. Joseph was in his prime years, in 30s, and Mary was a teen, but she's addressed as a woman. Or a young lady, maiden, whatever. And the thing is, why people can't grasp this is also due to social engineering. Because look, us guys, we grew up with women, right? In your schools, side by side. So you study the same things, you're learning the same things, you're the same age. You in your job, you're seeing women at your job. You're around the same age range. Because men and women in this society are put side to side together. So that's why people think that we are equal, but we're not. Because biology, nature, the laws of God always wins. Will always stand out as a sore thumb. You see? But society is trying to oppress nature, oppress biology. That's why you got people talking about different genders. That's why you got people talking about or promoting alphabet people, when all of that leads to eugenics or depopulation, which is a cancer to society. You see, that's what happens with social engineering by the devil. He tries to make things okay, which is not okay, and next things you know, it backfires. Of course, it backfires because it's against nature. But that's really it on basically on this, you know. Oh yeah, this, because you got like Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels, he talks about danger zone, and that's from a certain age, mid late 20s to to the age 30s. But let's see this. You see, this is bullshit here, right there. See, they're making sense here. In general, women are most fertile before the age of 30. You know, after 30, women's fertility starts to decrease. And that's why you got these older women, these older career, single, bitter, alone women on their 40s and that, or 30s, 40s, 50s. They get jealous when men of high stature or high value men are dealing with younger women, or try to shame you because they know they're on a decline. After 35, fertility declines more significantly, so greatly. By 40, a woman's fertility is about half the level it was before she was 30. Before she was 30. Half the level. That's a great jump. Yeah? By 40. So she was better half of 40, which was half of 40, 20, which is not too far away from her teens, and her teens is when she's able to reproduce children. So the Most High knows what he was doing. That's why women are supposed to be dealing with a man young and sticking with that one man. The previous video shows when women deal with multiple sex partners in their life, have multiple relationships, they're usually unable to pair bond or have decent relationships. Now, am I saying it's completely impossible? I'm not saying that, but you're slimming your chance significantly. But yeah, man, so these are the danger zones, man. So, like I said, you can't defeat biology, truth, the laws of the scriptures. The Most High knew what he was creating. The Most High is an entity of intelligence. The Lord designs things. So when you go against the design, it backfires. Anyways, I hope you've been edified. Give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakadash. Shalom.